7 steps to quickly get out of a rut. Number 1, respect the law of momentum. Everything that's moving wants to keep moving. Everything that's still wants to stay still. So if you're stuck in a rut, your momentum is building towards staying stuck. If you get your body moving, if you get out of that sofa and just do something, lifting weights, going on a run, going for a walk, joining a new gym, whatever it may be, just get your body moving and understand that momentum will have your back. It's going to carry you when you want to quit, and that's the first way you get yourself out of that rut situation. The second is to organize your life and actually become productive. This is so obvious, but so many people struggle at this first step. They get moving, they have a little sense of renewed motivation, and they want to do something, but it's just chaos. They don't know where to start. Everything seems like it has 100 different steps, and you start to give up thinking, oh my God, let me just do it later. Let me just do it tomorrow. This is the first pitfall that you must overcome, and you need to have some kind of system, some kind of thing that you rely on that allows you to organize your ideas, organize your life, organize your priorities and tasks, and this is going to make a massive difference if you're somebody that struggles with this chaotic lifestyle. And this is a great time to introduce the sponsor of today's video, which is Notion. And as you know, I don't do sponsorships on this channel. It's only the stuff that I actually use, and Notion has been by my side for the past 2 years. I've been using it non-stop, mainly to organize my content creation, all the ideas that I have, all the things that I'm gonna say. It's all organized in Notion in these columns. I move it across when it's ready to edit. I move it across when it's published, and I manage everything that I do on YouTube that you see in front of your screen today on Notion, and I really don't know what I would be able to do without it. So if you're somebody that wants to organize his life, organize his work, organize his fitness, then Notion is one of the best tools you can use and rely on if you like the good side of technology, unlike the social media apps that just drain us. I do want to actually just jump in and show you how I use Notion AI recently. It's an AI software like ChatGPT, but what for me makes Notion AI really cool is that it actually incorporates everything you've done up till now on Notion. So it kind of knows you. It's like your friend, like it knows the videos I've been making. So with Notion AI, I can ask it a question like, I am launching my fitness community for a select group of people that really want to train hard. Can you write me an email that would tell them that this is launching? And Notion AI will actually literally just go ahead and do this, and it's going to take into account everything that came before it. If you like using this kind of software, then check out Notion. I'll leave the link below and you can get some. Next, you got to change your inputs to change your outputs, because clearly right now you want to change the way things are, whether it's your body, whether it's your money, whether it's your friendships. You want something to change in terms of the results, but you haven't changed the inputs. So how can the outputs change? I'm currently on a trip in the UK right now. As you guys know, I'm normally in Korea, but I'm out here chilling with my brother. New gym, new jiu-jitsu gym, everything's new. I'm getting new ideas. I'm filming in a new setup. If you put yourself around new people in a different environment, this is going to give you new ideas. It's going to get you moving. It might just be the spark that changes the trajectory of your life. Next, if you're stuck in a rut, one of the reasons for it is because you're so obsessed with the result. You're so obsessed with what this assignment will bring for you. You're so obsessed with what you write is going to be judged or what you post, so you cannot move forward. You cannot take the next step because you're stuck in the perfectionism rut or the procrastination rut. Do you remember playing in the streets when you were a kid? You could just go out, chill with your friends, have a good time, and it was not a problem. You didn't think about, oh my God, what are these people going to think? You were able to enjoy, you were able to relax, you were able to be enthusiastic about something because you were playing. And if you just incorporate this idea of playfulness where you say, you know what, let me just play at it. Let me just enjoy it like it was easy, and ask yourself questions like this. How can I make it fun? What if this was so easy? And once you ask yourself these questions and kind of return to this playful energy, you'll realize, you know what, I didn't have to be so serious about this. I can kind of let go. I can enjoy it. And suddenly you're playing and out of a rut, and you're wondering, why the hell was I in that rut in the first place? Next, I got this idea from Tim Ferriss where he says, if you can actually just spend money to solve the problem, you don't have the problem. Now, of course, right now, all of you are saying, well, I don't have the money to do this, that, and the other. But think about it. Let's say you go to a new house and there's like a jug of water, but no cup to drink it from. What would you do? You go buy the cup. Do you realize you can do this not just with a cup and some water, but to your life as well? You can say, you know what? Right now, I'm in a bit of a rut when it comes to my body. It's been stuck. I've been getting fat. So you know what? I'm going to slap down some money on a gym membership. I'm going to slap down some money on Wanhee's online community. And that's actually going to get me off my ass to do something, to actually start moving. And people will do this. They'll book PTs, yoga, Pilates, because they understand that once you put money on the table, you put attention there as well. And you invest financially and emotionally and time-wise into that thing. So that's a way of actually reverse engineering your motivation and just getting yourself going. Think about those things and throw money where it's gonna get you to move. The next point is a curveball, and it's to actually accept that you're in a rut. A very interesting thing happens in life when you can accept the fact of how it is. Instead of being like, oh, I'm in a rut, I'm stuck, I've got writer's block, I've got this block, I'm getting fat on the couch, I've got nothing to do. Instead of just replaying these scenarios and creating resistance, trying to get out of it forcefully by doing something, if you just accept that I'm in a rut right now, and that is just okay, because I've been in these ruts before, I've gotten out of them before, and I'm just in that period in my life. Of course, you don't want to use this as an excuse to perpetually stay in a rut and never do anything that we talked about in the earlier parts of this video, but give yourself a little break. Maybe you're going through a breakup, maybe you're just changing jobs, you're stuck in this little unknown no man's land period. That's also fine. And the moment you accept it and say, hey, I don't judge myself, this is a rut right now. Ironically, what starts to happen is from that moment of acceptance, you feel like you can do things. You can actually go out and try new things because you got nothing to lose. I'm in a rut. Let me just try whatever. Once you accept it, the stress goes away and you can have creative ideas on how to fix the problem. It's the same thing with your life and the rut that you are in. Next, 2 days ago, I had a nice little beer with some friends in the UK. Because of that, the next day I wanted another beer. And 2 days of drinking, not even that much, just a couple like pints of beer, will make you feel so down and unrested on the next day. It will tank your productivity. And I realized that. So getting that momentum back is going to take many more days. So now I know that even just one night of alcohol is going to trigger a mini slump. Make a note of what actually triggers your ruts. And I'm always saying this about skin triggers, weight gain triggers. Know your triggers. Maybe your rut is to do with when you have that massive fried chicken or that fried pizza night with your friends, and that's what triggers your ruts. Maybe it's you reading a bunch of comments that you didn't want to read on the content that you made. Maybe it's you having a fight with your significant other. Whatever it is that triggers that slump, become aware of it. You can start to see them coming from a mile away and stop them, or when they do come, just accept it and be like, okay, that's probably why this is happening, and it's going to help you bring acceptance to the period that you're in, and again, that's going to help you get out of it. So it's a very balanced maneuver that you're doing between accepting the situation that you're in, therefore letting it go, plus doing all of the other things that we talked about to actually get yourself out of a rut. And if you can follow these 7 steps, you can get out of whatever situation you're in quickly. See you next week. Bye-bye.